So you've got $500,000 and you're thinking about Grand Blanc, Michigan. Maybe you're relocating from out of state. Maybe you're already here in Genesee County and you're ready to upsize. Either way, you want to know, what does that budget actually get you in this market right now? I'm going to be straight with you because that's what I do. $500,000 in Grand Blanc gets you a nice house. Not every house is going to blow your mind, but if you know where to look and you have the right person in your corner, you can find something really solid. I work right here in Genesee County every single day. Let me break it down for you. Before we even talk about what $500,000 gets you, let's talk about what's happening in Grand Blanc right now because context matters. Grand Blanc is one of the most sought-after markets in Genesee County. At the $500,000 price point, you are not the only buyer looking. Inventory at this level is limited, which means when a well-priced home hits the market, it moves. We're not talking weeks, we're sometimes talking days. What that means for you as a buyer is that you need to be ready. Pre-approval in hand, clear on what you want, and working with someone who can move fast when the right house comes up. I've seen buyers lose homes they loved because they weren't prepared, and I don't want that to be your story. Now, if you're a seller in Grand Blanc at this price point, the demand is there. Buyers are actively looking, and if your home is priced right and presented well, it is not going to sit. The key word there is priced right. Overpriced homes are sitting, and that's a conversation I have with every seller I work with up front. Let's get into the specifics because this is what you really came here for. At $500,000 in Grand Blanc, you're typically looking at somewhere between 2,000 and 3,500 square feet, depending on the home and the neighborhood. You're going to find 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2 to 4 bathrooms, and most homes at this price point have a 2 or 3 car garage, which in Michigan is not a luxury. That's a necessity. Basements are common in this market, and at $500,000, a lot of them are finished or partially finished, which adds real, usable living space to the home. That's something relocators from other parts of the country are sometimes surprised by. A finished basement here is a bonus that adds a lot of value to your day-to-day life. Lot sizes vary quite a bit. Some homes in this range sit on a modest lot in a subdivision setting. Others have more land, more privacy, more outdoor space. That's going to come down to which neighborhood you're in and what matters most to you personally. In terms of updates and finishes, at $500,000, you're going to see a real mixed bag. Some homes have been beautifully updated with modern kitchens, updated bathrooms, new flooring, fresh everything. Others are original and priced at $500,000 based on the neighborhood and the bones of the home. Neither is wrong, but knowing what you're walking into before you fall in love with a house is exactly why you need someone who knows this market walking through it with you. Now let's talk neighborhoods, because in Grand Blanc, $500,000 hits differently depending on where you are. Woodfield and Woodfield Farms. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods to show buyers at this price point. You're looking at established homes with great lot sizes and a neighborhood that has that real community feel. The homes here have character, and at $500,000, you're getting into some really solid square footage. This is a neighborhood where people put down roots and stay. Gemstone Valley. This one tends to attract buyers who want something with a newer feel. The homes here have that clean, updated look, and at $500,000, you are competitive in this neighborhood. It has a great energy to it, and buyers who see it tend to really connect with it. Warwick Hills. This one has history and prestige behind it. You've got the golf course, you've got an address that carries weight in this market, and you've got homes that have real character and craftsmanship. At $500,000, you're getting in the door here, but I want to be honest with you. Some homes are going to be move-in ready, and others are going to need some love. The difference between the two can be significant, so you really need to know what you're looking at. That's where I come in. Kings Point. This is where $500,000 starts to feel like a real statement. The homes here are impressive. The lots tend to be generous, and there's an established feel to the neighborhood that you just can't manufacture. If you're upsizing and you want to feel like you've really arrived somewhere, Kings Point deserves a look. Here's my honest take on all of these neighborhoods. At $500,000 in Grand Blanc, some homes are going to stop you in your tracks, and some are going to make you scratch your head at the price. That's the market right now. Having someone who knows the difference and can tell you before you get emotionally attached to a house is everything. Let's talk about what the process actually looks like, because I think a lot of buyers underestimate what's involved at this price point. Step 1 is getting your pre-approval locked in before you do anything else. At $500,000, lenders want to see everything: income, assets, credit, debt-to-income ratio. The cleaner your financial picture, the smoother this goes. If you're relocating from out of state, there are a few extra layers to navigate, and I've helped plenty of buyers do exactly that, so don't let that intimidate you. Once you're pre-approved, we sit down and I get really clear on what matters most to you. Not just the features of the house, but your lifestyle, your timeline, your long-term plans. Because $500,000 is a significant investment, and I want to make sure we're finding you the right home, not just a home. When we start touring homes, I want you to look past the staging and the paint colors and the furniture. Those things are cosmetic. We're looking at the structure, the layout, the bones of the home. I'm going to be your second set of eyes, and I'm going to ask the questions you might not know to ask. When we find the right one, we move. In this market, hesitation costs you houses. I will walk you through the offer process, help you put together something competitive, and negotiate on your behalf every step of the way. From accepted offer to closing, we're typically looking at 30 to 45 days. A lot happens in that window: inspection, appraisal, final loan approval. I stay on top of every single piece of it so nothing falls through the cracks. Now I want to speak directly to the people who are already here in Genesee County and thinking about making a move up to this price point. If you bought your home 5 or more years ago, your equity position right now might be stronger than you think. I have clients who are genuinely shocked when we sit down and I show them what their home is worth today versus what they paid for it. That equity is real money, and for a lot of people, it's what makes the jump to a $500,000 home actually possible without the payment being as overwhelming as they feared. The question I get most from local upsizers is, how do I buy and sell at the same time? It's a real concern, and it's one I help people navigate all the time. There are a few different ways to approach it depending on your situation and your timeline, and I'll walk you through every option so you can make the decision that makes the most sense for your family. The biggest mistake I see local upsizers make is waiting too long. They wait until their current home is perfect. They wait until the market is perfect. They wait until the timing is perfect. And perfect never comes. If you've been thinking about it, let's have a conversation. You might be closer than you think. Before I go, I want to share something personal with you. At the start of 2026, I made a promise to myself. When I help my 50th client buy or sell a home this year, I'm donating $10,000 to the London Strong Foundation right here in our community. And this isn't a one-time thing. My goal is to donate $10,000 to the London Strong Foundation every single year, because this community has given so much to so many of us, and I want to give something back that actually matters. If you're thinking about buying or selling, I would love to help you. Every we help gets us one step closer to that moment. Link is in the description. Let's do something good together.